From the iconic original and all that came with it, to all the reasons why a prequel would work and succeed. This is why The Matrix needs a prequel. The Matrix, written and directed by the Wachowskis, burst onto the silver screen, forever changing the landscape of science fiction and action cinema. It was a masterstroke of storytelling, blending philosophy, technology, and high-octane action in a way that hadn't been seen before. The film's iconic bullet-time visual effects, innovative fight choreography, and thought-provoking narrative made it a game-changer, garnering critical acclaim and commercial success. Keanu Reeves' performance as the Cyber Messiah, Neo, alongside an ensemble cast that included Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Hugo Weaving, was super compelling. And the universe they inhabited, a grim dystopia controlled by sentient machines, was richly detailed and utterly enthralling. The film's sequel, The Matrix Reloaded, while still a box office hit, was met with mixed reviews. Critics felt that it didn't quite capture the originality and intellectual depth of the first installment, and unfortunately, when films start to have a downward trajectory, they often continue that way. Which brings us to The Matrix Revolutions. The third installment saw a further decline in critical reception, with some considering it a lackluster end to an otherwise groundbreaking trilogy. Despite the declining popularity of the subsequent films, the Matrix franchise remained a beloved fixture in pop culture. Its impact on the science fiction genre and action film choreography is undeniable. Although the call for a fourth installment was met with skepticism, as fans questioned whether it could recapture the magic of the original while providing a satisfying continuation of the story. And as we've seen countless times, reboots rarely hit the mark. The Matrix Resurrections, the fourth entry in the series, was a film that sparked intense debate among fans and critics alike. It was a bold move by the studio and the Wachowskis, attempting to breathe new life into a franchise that had been dormant for nearly 2 decades. The film was successful in certain aspects. It revisited familiar characters and themes, and for the first half at least, it delivered a compelling narrative. It played with the idea of reality and illusion, harking back to the existential quandaries of the original Matrix. The return of Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss, reprising their roles as Neo and Trinity, was a highlight, delivering nostalgic and emotional moments. And their inclusions really tried to carry the film, but halfway through, the film started to unravel, ventured into territories that raised more questions than it answered, which diluted the narrative focus and caused the film to lose some of its initial momenta. The ending, in particular, was a point of contention among viewers. Some found it cheesy and cliché, a stark contrast to the innovative and thought-provoking nature of the original film. This left a bitter taste in the mouths of many fans who felt that it cheapened the legacy of the franchise. Given the mixed reception to The Matrix Resurrections and the questions it left unanswered, it's clear that there's a need for a prequel in the Matrix franchise, not only to bring back some respect and quality to the franchise, but also, we need answers. So many questions were never answered, it just doesn't make sense to end it here. A prequel would not only allow the filmmakers to delve into the rich history of the Matrix universe, but also provide an opportunity to address the questions raised in the fourth installment. The origins of the Matrix, the early days of the war between humans and machines, and the establishment of the city of Zion are just a few of the many intriguing aspects of the Matrix universe that a prequel could explore. It would also allow for the introduction of new characters and narratives while potentially shedding new light on familiar ones. A prequel would offer a chance to return to the philosophical roots of the franchise, exploring the themes of reality, freedom, and human nature in a new setting. It would be really cool to revisit the first war between humans and machines, which was only briefly touched upon in the original trilogy, mostly through expositional dialogue, and the Animatrix series of animated shorts. A film dedicated to this time period would provide a more detailed and nuanced look at the events that led to the creation of the Matrix and the enslavement of humanity. One of the most compelling aspects of this era is the transition from our familiar world into the dystopian future of the Matrix. It's a critical period in the franchise's history, marked by monumental changes in technology, society, and human consciousness. Exploring the political, social, and personal dynamics of this period could provide a fascinating and sobering commentary on our own society's relationship with technology. Morpheus, portrayed memorably by Lawrence Fishburne, is one of the most iconic characters in the Matrix franchise. A prequel could delve into his backstory, providing insight into his rise to leadership within Zion and his unwavering belief in the prophecy of the One. Oh man, I'd love to see that. It would also be intriguing to see Morpheus's transformation from a hopeful human in a world dominated by machines to a seasoned warrior and leader. His journey to discovering the existence of the One could even be a central plot point, revealing how he became the steadfast believer we meet in the original Matrix. This exploration could flesh out his character even further, enhancing our understanding and appreciation of Morpheus in the context of the larger narrative. The prophecy of the One is a central element of the Matrix mythology. A prequel could delve into how this prophecy came to be and how it shaped the strategies and hopes of human resistance. This would offer a fresh perspective on the events of the original trilogy, as we'd see how the prophecy influenced the actions of the characters that we've come to know. The process of discovering, interpreting, and spreading the prophecy could form an exciting and suspenseful narrative thread. It could also provide an opportunity for the prequel to introduce and develop new characters who played crucial roles in the history of the Matrix, but remained unseen or underexplored in the original films. So all we're hearing are positives here. So in reality, a Matrix prequel could offer a deeper exploration of the franchise's mythology, fill in narrative gaps, and provide fresh perspectives on familiar characters and themes. It would also provide an opportunity for the filmmakers to return to the franchise's roots, focusing on thoughtful, philosophical sci-fi storytelling that made the original Matrix so groundbreaking, as well as a bit of redemption after the last few less than impressive films produced. In a universe as complex and layered as The Matrix, the possibilities for Keanu Reeves' cameo in a prequel are virtually limitless. One of the fundamental ideas in the Matrix universe is the cyclical nature of reality, with multiple iterations of the Matrix having existed before the one we see in the original trilogy. It just fits so well. Given that Neo is a recurring figure in these cycles, Reeves could potentially appear as a previous version of the One. Imagine a fleeting glimpse of a past Neo during a critical moment, or perhaps a poignant scene where characters discover archival footage of a previous One played by Reeves. Now, that would be exciting, and a cameo like that would create a strong link to the original trilogy and deepen the mythos of the One. Moreover, Reeves could potentially appear in a more abstract form, perhaps as an avatar in the Matrix, or even a digital memory. Given the Matrix's nature as a simulated reality, it's entirely feasible for Reeves to appear as an echo of Neo, perhaps as a symbol of hope or a reminder of the prophecy. A Reeves cameo would not only serve as a powerful nod to the original films, but it would also offer an opportunity for narrative richness and thematic resonance, something that was missing from the last installment. So, from all the reasons why a prequel would work and succeed, to the iconic original and all that came with it, this was why The Matrix needs a prequel.